It's the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, just ahead on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4. We've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gutton, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10, and he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're led out by the 4th-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's...
Jones looking to throw right away. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice, solid.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Throwing, Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 117 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a give to Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, Comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. The kick by Bass is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Mahomes going to throw.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Williams brings it in.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Taylor. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. From the 27, Mahomes. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 17, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Taylor. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Jones on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give him credit. That
took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on fourth down. Take it in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
A beautiful fake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 41, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 17 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Gano for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes the offense, and Hayden Hurst. There's a lot. Mahomes now on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Mahomes now to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they placed.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 24, Mahomes. Samuel bringing in the slant. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now Jones. Caught by Wilson.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Throwing Jones. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll give him another. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Jones now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
To throw on third down, Jones. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Ball start, offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On second down, here's Mahomes. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
Now here's Mahomes.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Mahomes again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
On 1st down, Jones. Now they nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Again, it's Taylor.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's the tight end, Hurst. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. 2nd and short now following the fumble.
Mahomes going to throw. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Zay Jones
from 10 yards out.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now in Arlington. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Jones.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
They'll look to throw again.
Finds his man. It's Kohler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Jones.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and forever. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open, here is Jones. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington.
Zay Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
standing just outside his own goal line.
The return is Renfrow. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Running left, Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on